Go feet. Let's go. Let's keep this winning streak going.
Time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time, please give me a reason. Please text the word "jazz" along with your issue and see Washington to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. You don't want to miss our next home jazz game, fans. Bring your family and friends, and everyone in attendance will get their own Jazz Jackson calendar.
Fans, be here for Mascot Mania. All fans in attendance will receive a Coconut Jazz banner.
Okay, Jazz fans, here's what you need to know about our next giveaway game. The first
And there is a very engaging atmosphere of fans getting ramped up outside the arena. All right, everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Golden State Warriors. Brian Anderson with you, Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. Here's what Utah has lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll go up against Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings.
And you know, for that matchup with Denver, that's going to be their sixth contest on the year. Fans will be curious to see how this team continues to form as the season goes on.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Inside, it's Green next to Jackson Davis. And it's Wiggins in at the 3, small forward. And for Utah, Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. Then it's Walker Kessler, then there's George, and it's Hendricks in at the 4. Well, if you followed MP on his path to the NBA, you know the one criticism of his game is that he can defer too often, Grant.
And at times, I think that's been a fair criticism.
Substitution here for Utah. Eubanks, he's checked in for Kessler. John Collins comes in for Hendricks. Sensabaugh is checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And Jordan Clarkson subbed in for George. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Will Hardy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him specifically about Stephen Curry and what his defensive game plan is for him, and he told me, I just talked with them about communicating out there, especially when the screens are coming. We can't give Steph an inch in those situations. I think it's fair to say we can expect to hear a lot of chatter out there tonight, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Sexton. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Clarkson. Warriors with the rebound. Curry's got 5 rebounds in the game.
And so far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
Here's Mr. Clutch. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. And the basket by Hield.
I just love the ball movement.
There's 45 seconds left now in the first quarter. Clarkson passes to Eubanks. Here's Sexton. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch, driving in, uses the glass on the layup.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
Now Clarkson, coming off a solid outing against Memphis. Collins with a screen on Curry. Clarkson for 3. No luck on that one. Buddy Hield has been leading the charge for the Warriors. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Marketing and Collins, the 3 and 4. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Collier. And it's Eubanks in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Mr. Clutch. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Pass to Collins. Markkanen looking it over. Here's Collier from the arc. Rebounded by Hield. Hield's got 4 rebounds now. Into the lane. Good. Mr. Clutch has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Hield, an improving playmaker. The extra pass and sets his teammate up nicely.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And some changes here for the Warriors. Jackson Davis is checked in for Looney. Green comes in for Kuminga. And it's Stephen Curry in for Podziemski. Curry from deep three-point land. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. 7-point differential. Over to the left wing. Pass to Clarkson. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Green.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Fires for 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Clarkson. Goes back up. And it's good on the lay-in. Clarkson's got his first points of the night.
Well, Jordan Clarkson, a nice, efficient look there. Boy, that'll help your percentages.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Softly drops in the floater. And the Warriors lead by 7.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Now here's George. Guarded closely. Marking it outside. Pass to Collins. And here's George. The baseline J is on the way. Good on the jump shot.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
You know, from day one in the NBA, Keontae George had the ability to create his own shot like few other scorers.
There are certain guys that are electric with their athleticism and the live body they bring to the game. Keontae George knows how to score, and as he develops as a playmaker, look out.
Jazz trail by 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
And the Warriors pushing it up now. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Pass to Collins. Marking it outside. Down low. Here's George. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And this is the first season matchup for him against this Utah team.
You look at last year's season series. It was a surprise they got swept. Something I'm sure they're still seething about.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Nice move. No good there. And so we wrap up the first half. Warriors ahead, up 7. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
You take a look at Utah, hey, their spirits are high. They have a chance to start the season on a winning streak. Build up that momentum, guys.
The way they looked in that first game, it certainly wouldn't be a surprise. All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Utah Jazz.
I can't see what they're trying to do offensively. Maybe with a little more patience, that shooting percentage will tick upwards.
Yeah, we saw several instances where the guys should have just made the extra pass. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. So on the floor for Golden State. Inside, it's Green next to Jackson Davis. Then it's Buddy Hield. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the 1. George's shot is off. The Warriors lead by 7. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they had the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
Floats one. Rebounded by Green.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. Wide open. They get it back. From the top of the key, he buries it. Mr. Clutch has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
George for 3. George with another miss.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Here's Mr. Clutch. George defending. A nice shot by Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got 18 points in the game. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to Hendricks. From deep three-point range. Warriors with the rebound. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 18. And down it goes. 2 points.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
For 3, George. Now Sexton. George outside. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 4 rebounds now.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Collins, he's checked in for Hendricks. And a quick check now on the teams that led the league from the charity stripe a year ago. Utah, number 1.
Well, last year, they were tremendous at the line. A very fundamentally sound team shooting-wise.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. They're running. Ball's going up the court. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Warriors foul, number 3. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
On the wing, Sexton. It's stolen by Curry.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers.
Well, that basket began with Steph Curry's defense. He's thinking one step ahead, creates the steal, and triggers the break.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. Nothing yet for him here in the third quarter. Good on the bucket. George has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
In the third, 2 minutes.
Here's Mr. Clutch. George defending. Over to the wing. Here's Mr. Clutch. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
And it's Utah with the ball. George passes to Sexton. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Counted from distance. Sexton's got 5 now.
This is a shot Colin Sexton has worked so hard to improve on. Can he be consistent from 3-point range?
To the right side. To the middle. Here's Mr. Clutch. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Mr. Clutch has got 24 points.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Collins outside. Kessler passes to George. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stuff.
This is a 7-footer with some big-time vertical. Markkanen makes that look effortless.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 24 points for him. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. From 9 feet out. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Mr. Clutch has got 14 points now in the second half. Here's George. He takes it in. Yep, that one goes.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
The Warriors lead by 19. Green with a screen on George. Mr. Clutch passes to Green. Here's Mr. Clutch. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, their size, their strength, and their skilled passing ability. Draymond Green has such a great mix of attribute and skill.
That's his first
Utah shooting their first free throws of the night.
team foul.
That's good for Markkanen. Markkanen hits them both. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
But we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Marketing and Collins, the 3 and 4. Patrick Mills out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Eubanks in at center. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Here's Mr. Clutch. 5 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And here's Green from the arc. And the three-pointer goes.
Wow, we're accustomed to seeing Draymond Green make the pass, but how about that catch-and-shoot delivery? Nice.
Clarkson against Curry. Pass to Markkanen. Over Kuminga. Markkanen misses.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
And here's Jackson Davis. Eubanks defending. Here's Mills. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Well, the veteran Patty Mills, understanding how to draw contact, will get an opportunity at the foul line.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And the first one at the line is good. But Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
George, he's checked in for Utah. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Doris, I'm going to give you 3 names here. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pete Maravich. Which one is the greatest player to ever wear a Jazz uniform, you think?
I'm not going greatest player, BA. I'm going greatest tandem in the history of the Utah Jazz. John Stockton and Karl Malone in pick-and-roll play were poetry in motion.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
Let's go in, Jazz fans. It's your Utah Jazz Network.
Eubanks, he's checked in for Utah. Jazz trail by 21. For 3, George. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jackson Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Mr. Clutch. Collins defending. A nice shot by Mr. Clutch.
And they just continue to sharpen their offense here in the second half.
George for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Jackson Davis has got 8 rebounds in the game. Curry. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got 5 assists tonight.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Curry against Clarkson. Knocked away. Here's George. Rebounded by Green.
He's trying to find his shot, but at some point you have to start making these.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Collins defending. Mr. Clutch can't hit. The Jazz have got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. And Collins with the slam.
With a little bit of style, John Collins up and off his feet.
And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The Warriors lead by 23. To the paint. A nice shot by Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got 33.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And you see player training methods, Graham, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Hendricks is checked in for Utah. Sexton comes in for Clarkson.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Jazz. Collins outside. Up top, George. From outside the arc, hits the three-pointer. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, the awareness of John Collins to understand my teammate's open, let me find him.
Here's Mr. Clutch. From down in the low post, it goes.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
For Utah, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Marketed for 3. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Warriors.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Mr. Clutch.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Here's Mr. Clutch. On the wing, Green. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Six-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hendricks. For 3, George. George with another miss.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Mr. Clutch passes to Green. Outside Kuminga. And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. So long and good night, everyone.
Great win tonight, MP.